So what if you want to start a mindfulness habit, but sitting down, slowing down, and chilling out is just not in your vocabulary? You're my people. I have come up with 5 ways that you can bring mindfulness into your life because you really do need to do it. And I'll tell you why later. But 5 ways that you can bring mindfulness into your life that doesn't require you to sit down and meditate. Not that we don't love a meditation vibe here on the Mindfully Inspired YouTube channel. I totally get you. My life is also crazy busy. I've got kids, I've got business, I've got this YouTube channel. All of these mindfulness hacks are really super easy things you can incorporate into your day-to-day life. I'm not asking you to make any huge habit shifts. They're all truly things that you do already. I'm gonna show you how you can kind of hack them and make them a mindfulness practice. I am going to embarrass myself completely and share with you the silly thing that I do that is actually one of my favorite mindfulness habits. Feel free to judge me when we get there. It's okay. So glad you're here. The first one is, no matter how busy of a boss babe you are, it's really easy to do. Take out your headphones, don't listen to music, don't have any distractions, and you're walking or driving. Yep, that's right. Go for a walk, go for your jog, and take out the headphones. I know I feel you recoiling in pain. I understand, I need my music. This is like something you're already doing anyways that you can easily shift into a mindfulness practice. Especially when I'm driving in my car, I turn off the radio so I have nothing playing and I really just listen to my own thoughts. I kind of talk to myself. That sounds crazy. I listen to myself speak. I listen to sort of what I'm going through. I think about problems or solutions, and then I can kind of work through sort of my whys, why maybe I feel some way, or what I need to do to change how I feel and come up with a better solution. You're already driving in the car anyways, or you're already going for a walk or a jog anyways. And I'm not saying you have to do this every time. Once in a while, maybe this is a vibe for you. Next one is find a hobby that you can absolutely lose yourself in. Right now there's like so much pressure, like we kind of in some ways don't even feel like we can have a hobby unless it's like paying us. Like you can have a hobby as long as it's a side hustle. You better be making money with those earrings you're making on Etsy. Whatever. If that's the reality of your life, that's fine. That's the reality of your life. Have some sort of hobby that you can just absolutely lose yourself in, and hey, if it makes you a little money on the side, there's no shame in that game. For me, it's actually video editing. Obviously, I make a lot of YouTube videos with my 2 YouTube channels, so I do a lot of video editing, and the rhythm and the pace and sort of how my fingers move on the keyboard and the thinking of like the music and the clips and the cutting, all of that stuff, even though there's a lot going on, it just like, it calms my whole entire nervous system. I just kind of zone out. I drown out the whole outer world. Any thoughts that were stressing me out or making me nervous, whatever, they totally disappear, and I just lose myself in the rhythm of editing on my keyboard. I really like, if this is sort of the nudge you've needed to pick up those knitting sticks or start rock climbing, I'm excited to hear your new activity, your new favorite hobby. Drop it down in the comment section. Okay, the next one, ooh, this one feels a little painful, and it's consciously unplugging. Turning off your computer, turning off the TV, turning off the phones. There's a lot of ways to hack this, so it doesn't have to feel like uncomfortable. And how I do it, and I actually love it. It's probably my favorite way, probably one of my favorite moments of the day. And it is, I start my day with my first cup of coffee, and I like, it's such a habit for me now. I don't even want to look at my phone, and I don't even want to like look at like, I always read books in the morning. Don't even want to look at the books. I really just want to like nurse that first cup of coffee and like sit down and just sip her and enjoy her and listen to the secrets of the morning breeze. Watch one of my other videos if you're wondering what I'm talking about. It's just a way that I can like connect into my thoughts. I find first thing in the morning for me, I am full of inspiration and goals and hopes and dreams and things I want to accomplish. So really like sitting there and thinking through all of that while I have that beautiful first cup of coffee in the morning. 5 stars. Maybe for you, it's the first glass of wine when you get home from work. Whatever, I like to kind of attach the unplugging to like another routine that you already do in your day, and then see how you can just calm down and bring a little bit more mindfulness of yourself and your spirit into that like mundane activity that you do all the time. Which brings me to, if you need an idea, the next one. This is one of my favorites as well. These are all my favorites. Having a shower or a hot bath. I used to have my showers and I would be like anxious. I would literally get out of my shower already in a state of like super high anxiety and depression. I can actually remember many times coming out of the shower in like a full-blown panic attack on the verge of tears, thinking that my world was gonna implode. Yep, anxiety, she's fun. Now, I actually have kind of incorporated this little tip. I can't even remember where I first heard it, so I know I didn't come up with it. I heard it somewhere else before, and it's chef's kiss. When I go into the shower and I start, like, if I start to worry about my day, or, you know, if my car's in for repairs and I start to worry how much that's gonna cost, or I don't know, insert random thing to be anxious about right here, I bring up the yucky feelings of that, and then I just imagine shower as like beautiful rays of light, just washing those feelings away. Like, in reality, things are gonna happen in your life. Like, you're gonna send your car to get repairs and you aren't gonna know how much that's gonna cost, and sometimes that can cause us anxiety. Is it gonna be $500 or is it gonna be $5,000? Either way, how we kind of feel and getting ourselves worked up in the anxiety isn't changing the outcome of whether it's 500 or 5,000. And with the law of attraction, if we're trying to attract good to us, we need to always be in the feeling state of good, or as much as possible. So this little trick helps me clear, like actually like wash the yuckiness off my body and bring in some more of that positive energy. Y'all know you're showering and bathing. Try it out guys. It's definitely something that I think is magical. And the last one, note though, because I'm still gonna tell you why you need to bring these mindfulness hacks in your life and what they're really gonna do for you to just like make you feel so much better. And then I'm also gonna tell you my really funny thing. So if you wanna laugh at me, you totally can, but it's like hilarious. Moving on, take a nap. So Abraham Hicks, if you've watched any of their stuff, they talk about how when you wake up first thing in the morning, you're like a blank slate. So like sleep has sort of cleared you of the energy that you're putting out. So if you're kind of in a negative state and putting out negative energy, when you wake up in the morning, for that very first second, you're a blank slate, and that's when you want to try to start holding as many good thoughts as possible. Giving yourself the opportunity to take a nap is hacking this and supercharging this for your system. Even if you don't like all the way go to sleep, you might end up in that weird in-between place, you know, where you like twitch and then you're gonna be embarrassed if other people are around, but that's okay because you're practicing your mindfulness. When you come out of that state, when you wake up, again, you're that blank slate. So really choose some really great thoughts to rise out of that state with. If you want to like super hack this and give yourself some affirmations to repeat as soon as you're waking up, you can even do this first thing in the morning, guys. Like, give yourself 5 affirmations, whatever it is for you, and just write those down. And then as soon as you wake up in the morning, just repeat those affirmations. Oh, super hack trick. I didn't even know that was going to be a part of this video, but that is such a good idea, and it might be something that I do. Why mindfulness is so important now that I've made it so crazy easy to be a part of your everyday life. I really have experienced, I have gone through this journey from massive anxiety and depression to having 2 YouTube channels and being crazy happy and like lots of good things. We don't need to go into that. Maybe that's another video. I know that being able to calm the energy of like the information that was coming at me from 1,800 million directions, to take these moments of mindfulness so that I could listen to my soul, so I could listen to my intuition, really listening to the ideas and the inspirations that the universe was giving me so that I could have a better life. Those things changed me to where I actually have a better life. There is so much, I feel, pressure on mindfulness sometimes. Like, you know, it needs to be like waking up at 5 a.m. and journaling and then doing like a meditation or meditating every day or having a yoga practice, and it can feel like really difficult. I hope this video has given you some super easy ways. I really hope to encourage you to, you know, calm down all that information that's coming in, calm down all those energies that are kind of like fluttering around inside of you and making you feel confused and kind of crazy, and really just connecting back into like the core of yourself. And then from there, you start to hear yourself speak its voice coming out instead of the world telling you who you should be from the outside in. Cannot wait to see and hear the kind of amazing and inspiring things you guys do because of this. If you're still here, lucky you, you've made it to this point of the video. I'm gonna completely embarrass myself for all of YouTube to see, but I'm gonna tell you, because it's actually my favorite. Look at how happy I am just thinking about it. Please don't judge me. I leave my dishes I leave my dishes to kind of pile up. Like, it's not really gross, don't get me twisted. I don't leave them for like 2 weeks. I will leave them for like the day, right? And I have a family of 4, so by the time like my whole family has eaten like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we're pretty much out of spoons. And I will leave them to build up on the counter. Oh, the shame. But the reason why is because then I put on like a total gossipy TV show that I really don't even watch. But for me, when I hear voices like talking in the background, it actually gives me a chance to think clearly, because I have ADD and that's just the kind of ADD I have. So I put on some like random stupid TV show in the background and I listen to it, and then I stand at my kitchen sink and I wash like a whole counter full of dishes, like hand wash, like old school. So I wash them and I rinse them and I put them to the side and then I dry them and I put them away. It takes me like legit an hour of my life, and I send the kids away. Of course, the kids disappear because they know if they're there, they have to help you wash the dishes, right? Look out the window, like the birds are chirping, the garden's there, it's super pretty, and like I feel no pressure to do anything else because I mean, obviously you have to get your dishes done, but yeah, nobody wants me, nobody bugs me, and it's just this repetitive motion of washing my dishes. And it's so funny how as soon as it's done and everything's put away and I have the sparkly clean kitchen and everything looks amazing and I've just cleared all of this energy from myself, as well as I've cleared all the clutter from my kitchen and from my mind. So I don't know, I'm sharing my funny thing. My name's Liz, this is Mindfully Inspired. This whole YouTube channel exists to help you create the life you crave. Please subscribe. It's gonna be such a great journey and I really want you to be a part of it.